Hey guys, and welcome back to That LP Show. The name of the game is Cave Story for the PC. We're heading into the final area now, and we get there by entering the prefab building upon escaping from the falling island. Now, once you enter this room, there is no way to exit this door. It'll be locked tight. So, without further ado, welcome to Hell. And in order to get to this area, you have to go through all of the prerequisite requirements for rescuing Quote. You had to have rescued Quote. Did you know that a woman named Jenka had a younger brother? His name was Balos. And like his sister, he possessed magical powers that no man had. Alright, now as you saw, just like in the last cave, all of our weapons leveled down to level 1. Now, the only one that we really need to worry about leveling back up is the missile launcher. That's going to come in very handy. And you got to be very careful here because there's a bunch of one-hit kill spikes, and if you are quick right there, you get the final life capsule in the game. He led and protected people with his magical power. They loved and trusted him, even more than their own king. Alright, Quote! And we use the tow rope on Quote and carry him with us. Now he can help us attack enemies, and this actually helps a lot in this area. Alright, as we're going through this area, we have a bunch of falling blocks. This is one of the big reasons that you want to come in here with full health, because, well, jealous of Balos, the resentful king caught and imprisoned him. His punishment was severe and cruel. Humans truly are terrible creatures. Okay, yeah, this could really whittle down your health. This is one of the reasons you want to come in here with full health. If you get hit by one of those falling blocks while escaping the island, just fight the boss gauntlet over again. Balos was driven into a state of pure, uncontrollable rage by the punishment. Weakened by the torture, he was helpless to contain the fury. The king and kingdom were swallowed by Balos' wild magical force. The life that he loved so dearly was turned into ruins in a single night, shrouded only by fiery hot ashes. And as you saw right there, my health jumped up. That's because I edited out me repeatedly entering and exiting this area to get those 2 hearts right there. If you fly back up and then come back down, they respawn. So it's a good way to top off on health if you're low. Alright, these little angel enemies right here are called buttes, I believe, and they're pretty easy to take out. Just a single shot with pretty much any weapon will take them out in one hit. You do want to be careful, though, because they can overpower you in sheer numbers if you let them gang up on you. Also, be careful with those presses as you go through the area. We're actually going to be destroying those things in a few minutes here in order to gather some weapon experience. Okay, these big guys that you see up here hucking the blocks at us, they're called mesas, and they can be taken out pretty easily with a fully charged spur shot. Be careful that you don't shoot them as they're holding the block up, or else they'll block your attack. Alright, we have these bombs right here. Just give them a couple of shots and they start counting down to their explosion. Make sure you're not standing near them, because they will hurt you. Alright, and right here is a good place to stand just to take out all of these buttes as they come flying down. And as soon as they're all done, we can switch over to the missile launcher and gather all that weapon experience. Alright, watch out for these things that are rolling around. Charge up your spur shot and let one fly at that bomb, making sure not to get hit by these things. Driven insane by his punishment, Balos was confined to the floating island in the sky by his sister Jenka. That was all she could do. For Jenka, killing her own younger brother would be impossible. Okay, so there you go. Jenka had an older brother. It was Balos, and one can assume that Balrog is actually Balos' son, since he called Jenka Auntie earlier in the game. Alright, be very careful right here because the combination of these mesas blocks and these buttes arrows raining down on you can really mess you up if you're not paying attention. Alright, and after taking out all 3 of these guys right here, there's actually a good place that we can stand right up here on one of these steps and just stand here and take out all of these buttes as they come raining down on you. Preferably, it would have been better to stand up by the bomb, but I slipped. Alright, there we go. Missiles at max. So we don't have to worry about that anymore. Fully charged spur shot, take out that mesa right there. And just hover up and down while taking these out. As you can see, you can shoot in both directions with a quote on your back. There's some hearts right here if you need them to heal up. Alright, and as you come in here, immediately try flying all the way to the top and just stand on this block, and as these buttes start flying up at you, you'll be able to take them out. Alright, stay up here for just a little while longer, take out these last 2. I think I eventually have to jump down there and take out that second bomb because that guy doesn't look like he's ever going to fly up into that gap. Yeah, I think I recall doing that. There we go, and with him taken out, climb back up to the top, and wait for them to stop firing their arrows for a little bit. I'll jump down and take both of those guys out. And under here, we have one more missile upgrade. It's for 24, and it pushes us up to a total of 54 missiles. Now, if you didn't... Jenka's witch daughter, Misery, is to blame for the demon crown. She forced Balos to create it. Because of this offense, she was cursed by the crown, compelled to obey whoever possesses it. The curse can be lifted if the demon crown is destroyed. However what? Anyway, if you didn't get the super missile upgrade, that chest right there will have actually given you an upgrade to 100 regular missiles. It wouldn't have upgraded them to super, but 54 super missiles is pretty much almost as good as 100 regular missiles, so I guess either way, you're in good shape. Alright, he doesn't look like he does come back up. Alright, after taking out the second bomb, charge up a fully charged spur shot, and as you hover in here, this is the heavy press, second final boss in the game. Just hit it with a fully charged spur shot, and then move out of the way after pelting it with super missiles. Yeah, if you're standing in the middle when it falls down, it will kill you, and then you're going to have to start this whole area over again. There are no checkpoints. The demon crown will be restored anew an infinite number of times, so long as Balos' heart still beats. That is the supreme magical power of his eternally enraged soul. It is intrinsically imbued into his evil creation, the demon crown. Okay, let's come up into this room right here. You might remember we got in here from the plantation. Looks like that statue of the doctor is complete. And if we blow them up, we can get little power-ups, missiles, hearts, experience points if you need it. I would have preferred having hearts to go into the boss battle with full health. Okay, and as we go into this door, we're out in the corridor. So, oh, look, a glowing dog. Please kill my master. Doing so will liberate Misery from her eternal curse. This is the only way that a recurrence of the tragedy can be stopped. My master's name is Balos. He is a man who cannot die. His magic is beyond any control. Okay, mysterious puppy. Alright, and as we go into this door, you'll see that the timer dropped because I had to do another take because this guy is so friggin' hard. Okay, coming here with a fully charged spur shot. Welcome, I am Balos. Long ago, I allowed my thirst for magic to grow recklessly without fear of retribution. It was a magic so powerful that even its own master was helpless to contain it. So furious and unstoppable was this force, that its fire consumed the child who adored me, and the wife who loved me. They were swallowed by its flames and suffered dearly, all because of the selfish transgression. My eyes were affixed and I was unable to turn away from the fiery horror created by my own magic. I could only laugh then. Jenka sealed me away with my magic raging more violently with each passing minute. I've waited long for this, for the person who will bring my immense magical fury to its end. Now kill me, or I will kill you. And for somebody who wants to die so badly, he puts up one hell of a fight. Alright, as you can see there, as soon as he raised up his hands, I opened up with a fully charged spur shot. After that, switch to the Nemesis so you can attack him even as you're running away from him. He has this charging attack, and as he's coming at you, you want to hover over him, shoot him as he's above you, and then move out of the way and jump over the bones that he sends out with his shockwaves. And then he starts shooting lightning bolts right there, but we took him out before he was able to do that. They're easy enough to dodge with targeting reticles. Alright, for his second phase, switch over to a fully charged spur shot. He does 3 jumps, each one knocking out a shockwave full of bones. And, okay, I missed my opportunity right there. But upon landing from the third attack, just jump up and hit him with a fully charged spur shot. And if you're lucky, the spur shot will clip through his first eye and hit both of them, dealing some massive damage. If you're running low on health, there are those bats hovering up above there, so you can take them out if you want to get some hearts. They usually drop hearts. Sometimes they drop experience, but since we're using the spur, it doesn't seem to be that big of a deal. Anyway, he mentioned that he lost his wife and son. Now, since we can assume that Balrog is actually his son, it could explain Balrog's appearance. You could say that once Balrog died, his consciousness was magically inserted into that robot lunchbox body, most likely by either Jenka or Misery. I'm gonna guess Misery. I mean, I could be wrong on this whole topic, but, you know, it's an explanation for why he looks like a damn bento box. Okay, we almost got him. Okay, that didn't take out very much health. You know, in the Wii version of this game, it supports widescreen, so we'd actually see those spikes on each side of the arena, like, way before we actually got to them. And it would be very helpful because, you know, it's hard to actually watch out for his attacks while simultaneously making sure you don't run into those spikes. I mean, they're not one-hit kill, but still. Okay, now for his third phase, he's pretty much has these eyeballs rotating around him. One of the hardest things about this is that right there as he comes down, trying not to get hit. You got to squeeze in between them and be really diligent in dodging them. As you saw, I finally had to use that life pot. That's why you want to save it, so don't use it on the boss gauntlet with Misery and the Doctor and the Undead Core. Alright, so pretty much we just want to take out all of these eyes. Fully charged spur shots are the way to go. You want to stay under him as he's flying by because there are these flaming skulls that fall down, and they can mess you up pretty good too. I mean, not as bad as actually getting hit by Balos himself, but still, you know, conserve your health as much as you can, like I'm totally failing to do right there. Okay, with all those eyes shut, he's moving on to his fourth and final phase. These platforms are going to appear right here, and he's going to get all ugly and distorted, and he's going to be sending out these super versions of buttes that can really mess you up. Alright, so we want to take out all these eyes first in order to open up his face, and once we get an opening in there, we're actually going to be able to shoot him in the eye with missiles, and super missiles are the way to really take him out. Alright, just to take some damage, to use the invincibility flames to clip through him, and just smack him in the face with, smack him in the eye specifically with super missiles, and as you saw, we took him out pretty easily like that. And the island is falling, and it stopped. Huh, it stopped. It stopped. Yeah, I just said that. The island has stopped falling. Was the negative power weakened with his defeat? No. I don't really get it, but whatever. Maybe our work here is finally over. Can't breathe. Who? Hot, so painful. Oh shit. Okay, so looks like we're gonna die. The Wall, not even the good one by Pink Floyd. Help, can't breathe, so hot. We're both going to be crushed in here. Hey. Lunchbox! Hey, how you doing, buddy? There you are, just like Misery said. You came here to save us? Hold on tight. Here we go, and for the final time, lunchbox away! How's your head? A little beat up. Close. Such a narrow escape. I thought I was scrap metal this time. Looks like we owe you yet another one. There's no need for that. I did what Misery asked. Misery? As in that witch? Yep. Doesn't she hate us? Wait, don't you hate us? You two defeated Balos. Our curse was lifted thanks to you. Misery and I no longer have to listen to orders from anyone. I thought you were a bad guy, but it was just because of the demon crown. We asked for it. You have to remember, it was Misery who had Balos make the crown. Eh, really? I didn't know that. How could you not know that? We had that little voiceover. Yep. And now? Now? What are you going to do now? I can take you anywhere. Well, since you asked, our mission's complete, so I want to live somewhere calm with a nice view. Pardon me, but, yes? Can I go with? Sure. All three of us. We can live together for sure. Really? You can even pick the spot where we all live. Aw, how nice. But take us someplace nice. Gotcha. All right, hang on tight. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of Cave Story. Oh man, I really enjoyed doing this one. This was probably the most fun I've ever had making a Let's Play. I think I'm going to do some, independent games a little more often. This was a lot of fun. I actually at one point was considering doing Bastion for a while there, but let's face it, if you played Bastion, then you already know that that game pretty much Let's Plays itself, and with a much cooler voice than my own. Alright, so I know we already saw a credit sequence, but now that we got a different ending, it's going to be slightly different. Things in the credits were changed. Let's see, for example, well, it's not showing an example right now. Let's see. Okay, well, whatever. Geez, what did I think of this game? Well, for an indie game, it's definitely well structured. I mean, especially for being only made by one guy. I mean, I'm not really gonna go through the trouble of giving it a rating or anything because it's kind of unfair. I mean, oh, how are the graphics? Well, okay, you can see stuff. It's not exactly top of the line, but it's an indie game. Okay, there's an example of how things changed in the credits. It says Balrog, a new friend. It said something different before. Anyway, I will say this. As far as the music and sound goes, I can't get enough of this soundtrack. I love the Cave Story theme. I'm just a sucker for chiptunes in general. I mean, honestly, one of my biggest inspirations for even downloading this game in the first place is because Brentalfloss did a with lyrics video for it. Oh, there's something different, another cutscene. This time, since Balrog is going with us, we have Pooh Black there being the nurse to all of the things in the labyrinth. And it doesn't look like this scene's changed much. I'm imagining, yep, boosters right there. And I'm pretty sure that final robot's still going to explode. There's Arthur's grave. Oh, you know what? Just realized that everybody gets to live now since that island didn't hit the ground. True heroes meet the Red Ogre. Okay, well, there's a reference to Arthur actually fighting it. I guess I was right. And do they permanently change this time? Nope, nope. Okay, well, it's unknown whether or not they actually get changed back to their human form permanently. And there's Misery, all free of her curse. She's free to stand there with her wind and dress blowing in the air. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's all for Cave Story. It was a fun little distraction while I was getting Metroid Prime 2 Echoes ready. That's coming up next time. So until next time, thank you for watching That LP Show, and have a one that is good.